Why we didn't invite Governor Obaseki to Okpebolo'S inauguration, APC reveals, and now to the news in full. The All Progressives Congress APC Transition Committee on Sunday said it did not invite the outgoing Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, to the inauguration of Senator Monday Okpebolo as the new governor of the state because the former had planned to frustrate the inauguration ceremony. How can one person decide that he wants to frustrate, and how do you know that he said he wants to frustrate the inauguration? People are just making excuses. People are just being sentimental here. He planned to frustrate the inauguration ceremony. How? What is it going to do? Metro Watch reports that Senator Monday Okpebolo, the APC candidate, emerged as the governor-elect to take over from the outgoing governor Obaseki, whose 8 years of 2 tenures as governor would come to an end on November 12, 2024. Okpebolo defeated his closest rival Asio Ighodalo of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and 15 other political party candidates at the September 21, 2024 governorship election. Prince Kasim Afegbua, a member of the APC Transition Committee, in a statement made available to newsmen in Benin City titled Obaseki and His Lamentations, noted that rather than sit down to plan the inauguration event as it is done in other climes, the outgoing governor was busy planting landmines on the path to smooth transfer of power. Afegbua also denied the allegations by Governor Obaseki that the governor-elect has borrowed between 2 billion and 5 billion from the almost 27 billion naira his government set aside for the payment of projects and obligations for the inauguration. According to Daily Post, Governor Obaseki had last Friday, while inaugurating the 10-man caretaker committee of the state chapter of PDP, stated that he, as the governor of the state, was not invited to the inauguration. According to him, during this holiday period, they will want to spend as much money as possible to confuse the people they are going to struggle to change their perception. We have almost 27 billion naira to pay for projects and obligations, but they have started blowing it. And they have gone to borrow money for the inauguration, which is going to cost them about 2 to 5 billion naira. That is the money they will first take from the treasury. They are doing an inauguration and the governor is not even invited. It is like they are starting a brand new government and a brand new state, he said. In his response, the APC Transition Committee, which one be Transition Committee safe? They just, all these frivolous things that is not necessary, they will just be doing it. All those ones, they will collect money, they will collect salary, APC Transition Committee. Now, describes Governor Obaseki's remark as generously laughable and self-indicting. Suddenly, Godwin Obaseki realizes the ephemerality of power and now resorts to lamentations about an ongoing inauguration without extending an invitation to him. We found this to be generously laughable and self-indicting. In other claims, an outgoing governor or president organizes the inauguration of the incoming. But for the painful loss of the PDP at the election, Governor Obaseki and his co-travelers are doing everything possible to frustrate the inauguration of the incoming governor. Rather than sit down to plan the inauguration event as it is done in other climes, Governor Obaseki is busy planting landmines on the path to smooth transfer of power. From the Transition Committee to the Inauguration Committee, despite all the cooperation we have extended to them, what we have received in return is frustration and a deliberate plot to overburden the new administration with all manners of misplaced government decision. We frown at this dubious plot, which has clear negations of the standard procedures of power transfer the world over. Our inauguration team met with the secretary to the state government, who later handed our team over to another permanent secretary. They said permanent secretary had nothing on the table. She asked that our team should present an inauguration budget, and we declined because we wouldn't want them to accuse us of spending bogus funds for the inauguration. We added, okay, they asked you for the budget and you did not give it to them. So that means it is actually bogus. If it is not bogus, you present it to them, you show it to them. So you don't want them to accuse you, but you did not openly declare your inauguration budget. That means you have something to hide. Afegbua noted that when the committee reported to the governor-elect that the state government had demanded for inauguration budget and that they declined, he, the governor-elect, took over the responsibility of funding the inauguration from his resources. Which resources? Where did he get the money from? What job does he do? What job does Okpebolo do that he removed money personally from his own pockets, 2 million naira to like 5 billion naira for inauguration? People should be deceiving yourselves there. He has also cut down on the activities to make the entire ceremony a bit moderate. He doesn't believe in ostentatious display of resources, making her the wine in herself. When a lot of other people have been impoverished by Governor Obaseki, Wahala, he is of the view that the inauguration shouldn't be an elaborate event. He would not have borrowed a kobo from anywhere. We have not borrowed a kobo from anywhere. We are not Governor Obaseki and his profligate self. Okay now. We are conscious of our responsibility to make life better for the average Edo person, he stated. Afegba, however, raised the alarm that most government vehicles has been allegedly carted away by government officials. He also alleged that there was only one functional vehicle in Edo State Government House. Why should we borrow money because of the inauguration? Do you know as we speak that most government vehicles have been carted away by the government officials? This thing that you are saying now, it does not correlate. Borrowing of money for inauguration and government vehicles carted away is not the same thing. People are just looking for excuses. There's only one functional vehicle in Edo State Government House. Every vehicle has been carted away. Is that the government that is interested in inauguration? He queried. Okay. Festus Arevalo says, I admonish the incoming administration to move the state forward. Let there be peace in the states. You think APC has anything to offer in any way in this country? They don't have anything to offer at all. Kevin says, why Obaseki should be worried about not inviting him for the inauguration? Obaseki should be thinking of how he will face EFCC and clear himself from the corruptions of 1.1 trillion he embezzled from Edo State Treasury during his tenure. Although Okowa of Delta State is the highest looter, 1.3 trillion so far, I advise Obaseki to calm down, to hand over to APC government and watch how the table will turn, because no peace for the wicked. Now, wow. It is where people are stealing money in this life. Mandy Ejemai says, this is all laughable cock and bull concocted stories put together by the same media team headed by those who couldn't perform during their first time as commissioner, now trying hard to earn some good image at all costs. I'm telling you. Bright Goodman says, rubbish talk from APC and their supporters here. Just look at how they want to start their own government. APC is the worst thing to happen to Nigeria. And true. They are so terrible. Complaining. They have already started they have not even started. Complaints has already become too much. It really shows that there is nothing they want to do. They'll keep complaining. Obaseki did not allow us to. Obaseki this, Obaseki that. Till 4 years will expire. Dave Livingston said, something dey wrong with these politicians. Now God will deliver us for this country. Amen. Adebukola Omoni says, okay now. Luis Akare says, rubbish talk from stupid APC. The outgoing governor should not even bother himself for that. Abi. Tizel, my listeners, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.